Yo, yo, yiggity, yo! It's me again. I thought I'd drop by for a quick little haul. I kind of acquired a few plants somewhat recently. The first couple I'll do are from Christmas Eve when I was grocery shopping. They were at my local grocery store, and I couldn't help but pick both of them up for the price they were at. So we'll just get started. This first one I'll do right here is a Hoya Yeti is what it was sold as. I think it's also potentially Kentiana. I haven't quite figured out the difference yet, but we'll stick with Yeti right now. It actually was twice the size of this. I have another pot of it. I repotted them already because I was worried about the soil they were in. I put an orchid bark mix in there, so it's got fir bark, charcoal, larger chunks of perlite in there, as well as my regular potting mix with, I think, some extra perlite in there, and then it's planted in a terracotta pot. The next Hoya I got, because there was a second Hoya, couldn't pass it up, was this Hoya Carnosa Crimson Princess. This one you can see, this is in the plastic pot here. This is the same pot that the Yeti came in, but yeah, like I said, I broke that one up. For some reason, when leaves are really tiny like that, or really, you know, when there's just like a lot of foliage in a pot this size, I mean, this is a lot, but at least these are larger, chunkier. It just, you know, I can get in between. When it's something like this, where it's just so full, and this was twice the size of this before, you know, I just had to break it up. So I'll figure out what to do with the second one. I made macrame hangers already for both of them, so I just need to put them up. So I repotted this one as well, this Carnosa. When I was repotting this, some of the smaller pieces came out, and I potted it up in a 4-inch pot, and I actually just traded that away earlier today for something I'll show in a minute. Also, while I was repotting that plant, I decided to separate this one strand of reverted Carnosa, and I've been wanting, you know, just a plain green one for a while, so got a little green Hoya there. There's still parts of it that are still variegated, but the newest foliage is all green. I thought I'd separate it out. This next one I got just a couple days ago. It's Friday, by the way. Happy Friday! I got this a couple days ago. I happen to be nearby English Gardens here in Southeast Michigan. A little splurge on myself. And I am going to share cuttings of this. Already promised some cuttings to a friend. This bad boy. Huge! This is a Rickrack Cactus. I'll put the scientific name. I think it's Epiphyllum inguingilaire, if I remember correctly, or if that's how you pronounce it. I'll put the scientific names of these down. But yeah, it's very large, pretty long. This is probably one of the largest options that they had. You know, I just had to get the biggest one because I knew I wanted to share cuttings of it for sure, because I think I could make some decent trades with that. And that's what it's about, sharing and trading and getting different things than what you have already. The next two plants I got were from work today. They were taken out of an account, and I was at the greenhouse picking up new plants to put into my accounts. And so these plants came from somebody else, somewhere else, and I think originally they come from a local greenhouse called Gray's Greenhouse. So shout out to them. Shout out to English Gardens too, by the way. I don't know the scientific names of these either. I'll try to do some Googling on one of them and see if I can figure out what it is. That one that I'm talking about is this one. It's not potted up yet. Some sort of an aloe, I have to assume. I just had my coworker, just kind of take it out. Oh, lost a baby. Oh no. Transportation. I really wanted it because the two babies, or 3 babies, I just love babies. And so I'll get this potted up soon. So yeah, some sort of aloe. It's got very sharp spikes on the bits here, so I'll have to kind of keep it away from where I generally reach. And yeah, as the babies grow, I think I'll definitely try to trade those away. Fun. And this one, some people might recognize as Moonstones, I think. It's actually in bloom. Got a little dirty. The cat's knocked over the box, or she kicked the box out from underneath her, and it went skidding. So, but one that I saw around, thought was super cute, but never wanted to buy, so perfect. And last, this one isn't a plant, but it is plant related. I recently found out I'm allergic to mold / fungus, and I thought I had the idea of at least starting to transition some of my collection to LECA or passive hydroponics and see how that goes. I'm not going to try to do everything because I first need to learn what I'm doing, so I think I will start to record that process on this channel. But I reached out to my local Facebook group, always my local Facebook group, shout out local Facebook group, and one of the people messaged me, somebody who I've traded with in the past, very sweet person. She brought me some LECA, so I traded the Hoya, the Carnosa that I separated out some of the smaller cuttings into a 4-inch pot. I traded those for this LECA. I traded it for this LECA, so I'll get started on that. I have to figure out with my water situation, with my well water, my soft water. I gotta figure out a routine that's not gonna waste a lot of bottled water. That's kind of what I don't want to do. I don't want to waste bottled water, so I have to figure it out. But I'm hoping to try to do it soon. That's so very sweet of her to provide that with me, because it is kind of sad. I do really enjoy making soil mixes, hence the Hoyas, you know, putting bark. I know it's not a whole lot, but putting the orchid mix into the soil. It's just, I fell in love with houseplants because of learning about soil and making my own mixes, because suddenly I felt like I could control the plant and the environment of the plant a lot better without overwatering it. Because when I first started out, well, the reason I didn't want to start out was because I was afraid I was going to overwater and kill plants. Once I started doing a little bit more research, realizing there were other things out there I could fix the soils with, I was hooked. And I loved learning about microbes, fungi, you know, the bacteria that work with plants and their roots, and it's a wonderful, wonderful world. I've been listening to Teaming with Microbes on audiobook. It's so much information. I think I'm gonna purchase the book with a gift card, but I've been listening to the audiobook through my library app, and so that's been really fascinating. I can't repeat numbers or anything like that, but because I don't have that good of a memory, but in the general ideas I have a grasp on, and it's just so fascinating. So I really love soil, and it's kind of a bit of a bummer to be a bit more sensitive to soil, you know, the fungi in the soil, and it's everywhere. It is everywhere. But maybe I'll end up liking the LECA. Maybe I'll like fertilizing it and everything, because maybe I'll get in a better routine for fertilizing. So, welcome to my journey. Yeah, so that's it for today, and thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Feel free to reach out, comment, ask any questions or anything like that, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.